Hey everybody, this is David L. Cook, and I was asked by David to share with you some of my fondest memories of Lois. And for the life of me, I can't seem to narrow it down because she was such a gregarious character, and I've known her all my life. I've known her ever since I was a little kid, and David and I grew up together, and we went to school together, and we had sleepovers, and we had all of these things. That she was always such a fixture in our lives. Uh, but there are a few times that come to mind that that really stick out to me, and one is I don't care how bad I was feeling or anything like that. She was she made the most phenomenal grilled cheese sandwiches I've ever had in my life. And it's funny that you look back as a kid and you think, I remember this so well, but I do. I remember that she used to make the best grilled cheese sandwiches. And no matter how much David and I fought, and I know that you guys who know David would never think that he would argue with anybody, but he did. And no matter how much we argued, we would always make up when it came grilled cheese time. And so, David spent so much time at my house, and then I spent a lot of time at his house. And she was just, she was always there. She was always there. And another incident that I remember was when we were kids. I had a I had a car care company where we would go and wash and wax cars and everything, and made really good money. And I put David to work, and I made him carry the bucket. But Lois had an account at this little local grocery store, and David and I had worked all day long. We were hot, we were sweaty, but we had coinage in our pockets. And I told David, I said, we should go to this little corner grocery store that she always used to shop at, and she had an account there. And I said, we should really just go and pay this account off as a surprise to her. And David was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And so we went and paid it off. And we came back home and we told her what we had done. Oh my gosh. She hit the ceiling on both David and I. And she was like, no, 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 no. I pay my own bills. I don't need anybody to take care of me. I do it myself. And she went all the way back down there to that store and had them refund the money that we paid. And she told us never to do that again. And it took me a long time to understand why she did that. But it dawned on me that she was very proud that she was a good mama, and that she wanted to do it on her own. And there are not a lot of people like that in this world. They're always looking for handouts, and they're always looking for somebody to take care of them. But that was one thing that Lois never did. She never expected anybody to take care of her. She always stood on her own. From the time that I was a kid, I always remembered that about her. You could see her walking down the road. She would not take a ride from you. She wanted to walk. She wanted to do it on her own. And she was. She was just such a phenomenal presence when it came time to proving her worth. She did a wonderful job in raising David. She did a wonderful job in partially raising me, and that's no easy task. And as life went on, we didn't necessarily have all the time together that we wish we had. But when we did talk, she always told me how proud she was of me, of the successes that I had in life, and becoming a recording star and everything like that. And she was very happy for me, and that felt very good because it made me feel like I had accomplished something. If somebody who had that tenacity, that had that drive, was proud of me, then that meant something. So, as we celebrate the life of Lois Dibble today, let us not forget that she was a warrior, and she deserves her rest now. And I know that she's up there with God saying, no, 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 no. I can see it. So I'm sorry I couldn't be there. But just know that I loved her with all of my heart. And a piece of me is gone today.